Do you ever have a hard time speaking up in a crowded room full of executives and senior managers? Let me tell you my story. I was once presenting to the CFO of a multinational pharmaceutical company, and I was explaining to him that even though they had just acquired all of these businesses here in Australia, those businesses that they paid a premium for were actually losing a lot of money. And I presented all my data. Funnily enough, I used a red color. I'll come back to that. I presented all my information, and over the course of my 15-minute presentation, I could see the CFO getting more and more shut down and closed, body language, arms folded, sitting back in his chair, and really just thinking. And when we got towards the end of the meeting, he really was unsure of what to do. And he asked me this question, and I said, well, that's one way to interpret it. He was trying to figure out, can we turn this around? Is there anything salvageable? And basically, I sugarcoated that answer. And then the meeting wrapped up. Everyone finished. The financial controller came to me. So this is in my financial analyst, business analyst days. And he said, David, you told me basically that we're fucked. Like, why didn't you just say that when Stephen said whatever it was he said? And I said, Raj, he's the CFO. What am I supposed to do? Say sorry, but you're wrong? And he looked at me in the eyes, just as I'm looking at this camera, and he said, that is exactly what you're supposed to do. Sorry, Stephen, you're wrong. That's not what the data shows. The reason I shared this story with you is because everyone gets uncomfortable until you get a lot of practice telling other people no for anything, or sorry, but that's the wrong conclusion. You're wrong. I know better. Especially when the person is meant to be your senior. In theory, you're better because, they have a higher role in organizational hierarchy. But I share this with you today as the sun is shining down here in Australia because I want you to know the more that you practice being authentic, the more that you are yourself, the easier it becomes. When you know something, when your data points are telling you something, when your intuition is telling you something, make sure that you speak up. Use those opportunities that will always come to you in life and say and speak what you feel and what you mean. So that way, you don't have to have that follow-up like I did with the financial controller. And trust me, that was the last time I ever thought something and sugarcoated an answer. And that is more than 15 years ago. Good luck to you guys.